Good morning, all. Today we are going to discuss the 3R concept in waste management, that is, solid waste management. The increase in volume of waste and the depletion of natural resources require a more sophisticated waste management approach. The basic idea of 3R concept is a shift from mass communication society to one that is based on the life cycle and sound material flow society. So reduce, reuse and recycle are the three essential components of an environmentally responsible consumer behavior. The concept mainly focuses on the reduction of waste and conserve the natural resources, energy and landfill space. So if we can reduce the waste, then we can save money and landfill space. So society should focus on this 3 points. That is, first is how to reduce the usage of resources. Then second point is how to reuse the product. And third one, after the life cycle of a product, how to recycle the product to make something new. So these are the 3 points we have to bear in mind, or society have to bear in mind while creating new products. So reduce by usage of resources, reuse the product for another purpose, and recycle the product after its life cycle to make something new. So now we will see what are the methods to reduce the waste. So in order to reduce the waste, we have to lower the consumption of the product by hiring, sharing, borrowing, and by using long life products. Then the product can be designed by reducing the number of the components. And resource optimization is another method, and we can implement some regulations and policy so that waste can be reduced. So first step in the 3R hierarchy is reducing the waste generation. So reduce means to use things with care to reduce the amount of waste generated. So this involves identifying unnecessary consumption and finding alternative ways to meet our needs. So now we will see some examples of how to reduce the waste in our day-to-day life. So suppose you are going to a supermarket to purchase necessary things. So at that time, avoid the purchase of unnecessary options. So by consciously reducing our consumption, we can reduce the demand for goods, which in turn reduce the production and disposal of the waste. And now instead of buying things in small quantity, we can buy in bulk. So this will save money and reduce the waste. And choose product with minimal packing or opting for sustainable alternatives. So this will reduce excessive waste production and reduce our impact on the environment. So the plastic waste, that is, we are regularly using plastic bags. So instead of using those plastic bags, we can use a reusable shopping bag while going for purchase. And instead of reusing instead of buying bottled water, we can use a reusable water bottle. So now then we can use energy efficient appliances for conserving electricity. So this will contribute to reduced waste generation. and instead of driving alone we can use a public transport, so that will reduce the impact on the fossil fuel. So small changes like this can make a significant impact on reducing the waste and conserving our resources. So now the second R is related with reuse, to repeat the use of items or part of items. So reuse means to use again or more than once. For example, instead of throwing away old clothes, we can donate them to the local charities or thrift store. By doing so, we not only reduce the waste but also support those in need. So clothes that are no longer in fashion can be donated or given to someone in need. So many items found around the home can be used for different purposes. So the glass jar can be repurposed for storage or as decorative items. And your old furniture, electronic household items, so these can be repaired or repurposed instead of being discarded. So this some examples. So paper and envelope, they can be used as scrap paper for making notes. Cardboard, newspaper, bubble wrap, etc. So these can be used as packing material. So this packing products can be reused as that is can be reused for art project in a school and nurseries. Now the jars and pot, that while purchasing jam, pickle, etc., we will get jars and pot. So this can be used to store other items after the usage. Then plastic and paper bag, so these can be used in shops. That is, these can be reused in the shops or can be used as bin bags. So newspaper, cardboard, bubble wrap, so these can be reused as packing material while shifting house. And old clothes, they can be used to make other textile items such as cushion cover, tablecloth, etc. Old bed sheet we can reuse as cushion cover, or we can use it as a tablecloth, or else you can convert it as a napkin, etc. Then scrap papers, these can be used to make notes and sketches. And old tire, this can be given to the local petrol station where they can be recycled, or you could make a tire spin by tying a strong rope around the tire and attaching it to the tree. Next is usage of old wood. This can be used in woodcraft for making objects such as spice rack, bird table, etc. Alternatively, it can be used as a firewood. So these are some of the useful tips. Donate old clothes and books. Next, rechargeable battery, that is, instead of throwing away the regular batteries which will create unnecessary waste, we can use rechargeable batteries which can be reused many times. And while grass cutting, after mowing your lawn, leave them in your garden so that the nutrients from the cutting go back to the soil and act as fertilizer. And the last R in the 3R hierarchy is recycle, that is, convert material or waste into reusable material. So recycling put objects through a process that allow them to be used again. So recycling refers to the process in which an item or its component are used to create something new. So the plastic bottles are recycled and made into carpet and other product. And glass and aluminum are other commonly recycled material. So the benefits of the recycling, that is, it protects the environment. The foremost benefit of recycling is it helps in protecting the environment in a more balanced manner. That is, while many trees are cut down continually to make paper, the recycled paper made from certain trees can be reused repeatedly to minimize the deforestation. And it reduces the energy consumption. That is, a large amount of energy is required during the manufacturing of product. So recycling reduces the energy consumption and makes the production process more cost effective and beneficial to the manufacturers. Next is, it will reduce pollution. That is, industrial waste is the main source of all type of pollution. So recycling can reduce the pollution level. It can reduce global warming. Recycling helps to alleviate the global warming and its ill effects. That is, recycling ensures that the burning and incineration process is minimized and the waste is regenerated as useful product with minimum harm on the environment. So it produces less greenhouse gases as industries burn fewer fossil fuel for eco-friendly products. And it conserves the natural resources. That is, we are using the old and used material for recycling. That is, old materials are recycled to get a new product. So the usage of virgin material are reduced. So this will conserve the raw materials and the product and protect the natural environment. And it can reduce the amount of waste to the landfill. So recycling old and waste product into new product will reduce the amount of waste that is put to the landfill. So this waste which is put to the landfill is the major pollutant of water and land. And it can create green jobs. So these are the benefits of recycling. So now we will see how the concept of 3R is applied to a computer. So this is a case study. So the concept behind the first R is reduce. That is, you have to limit your household to a single computer. The concept behind the second R is reuse. So if you want to replace your computer, you should ensure that it or its components are reused. That is, many charitable organizations welcome donations of second-hand computers. So if you want to buy a new item, you can give the older one to the charitable society. And concept behind the third R, that is recycled. That is, if your computer is not fit for reuse, we can donate it to organization which will refurbish it or recycle its electronic components to manufacture new electronic devices. So this is how the concept of 3R applied to a computer. So now the another example is the 3R concept applied to a mineral water bottle. So we can apply the 3R concept to a mineral water bottle. So instead of regularly buying bottled water, we can use a stainless steel water bottle or bamboo bottle or any other safe container where we can regularly fill it up. This is how we can reduce the usage of the plastic mineral bottles. So now we will apply the reuse concept. So if you are buying the mineral water bottle, these bottles can be reused to make planters for herb. It can be used for craft purpose. We can store pantry goods in those bottles. We can use it as a water can, or we can use it as a bird feeder. And other examples are, we can create a vertical garden using those plastic bottles filled with soil. And if we cut the bottom of this plastic bottle, we can make it as a scoop or funnel for gardening. Then we can use it as a pencil holder. And it can be used as a self-watering planter by inserting a wick from the bottom of the plastic bottle with the water. So now the third R, that is recycle. So this plastic bottle can be recycled to make another plastic products like bucket, cups, etc. So this is how the concept of 3R applied to mineral water bottles. So now the advantages of 3R. It protects the environment and natural resources. It reduces the energy consumption. It reduces pollution, global warming, etc. It reduces waste generation, and it creates job at recycling site. So in the waste management approach, the most favored option is reduce, that is lowering the amount of waste produced, and the least favored option is landfill, that is safe disposal of waste to the landfill. So this is a very important topic. So case studies are also very important. So you have to go through this topic. So the main questions asked is, explain the 3R concept. And the second question is, how 3R concept is applied to mineral water bottle. There is a case study. And the third question is, how 3R concept is applied to a computer. So you have to explain the 3R concept, that is reduce, how to reduce the usage, how to reuse it, how to recycle it. So thank you.